This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
Today's Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop and Pop, which is March 5th to the 7th, 2021 in Atlanta, Georgia, and Ranger Stock Convention, which is now November 11th to the 14th, 2021 in Orlando, Florida. Go to rangerstop.com for more info.
That was it. I guess we went to the wrong one. Where's the explosions?
But, Ogami told me enough. He told me you're my father, Caliber.
No, I am Kenta's father.
I am Kenta.
I thought we were okay. You know what? You know what? Caliber may be your father, but he ain't your daddy. There, I screwed up my joke. I'm stealing yours.
Wow, wow, are you really gonna pull a Carlos Mencia on me? Seriously?
No, I'm having Carlos Mencia pull a Carlos Mencia on himself.
Shout to Carlos Mencia. I know it was a long time ago, but bruh. Anyways, what is up, everyone?
Hey, it could be worse. At least we're not Ashley Simpson.
This is why I leave. Goodbye, people. We're matter of fact, here's the outro. Here's the outro. We're out of here.
We're good.
I'm joking. No. All right. What is up, everyone? Leo, aka Psycho Fox, Mike, aka Time Rider C, Henshin a Go-Go, baby. And today we are back with a brand new episode of the Rider Time podcast. And we're doing episode 5 of Kamen Rider Saber. My friend, the Swordsman of Thunder. And yeah, this was a pretty good episode. I will fairly admit that. A lot happened. A lot of things I predicted. It was a very predictable, like a WWE match, but it was all good. It was all fun. I enjoyed it. I like Kamen Rider Spada. Kento, you know, he's fun. He's the Yellow Ranger. I mean, the Yellow Kamen Rider of Thunder. Can't complain all about it. What's your thoughts? Go ahead, real quick.
I feel bad that I messed up my own opening gag, where I want it to be like where Korag's like, Nick, you don't know what happened to your father. I know enough. You're my father. Actually, no, I am Chip's father.
That's not true. He's British.
He's ginger.
He's a ginger. You're not even my mom's not a ginger. Anyway.
Wait, actually, Nick's mom.
Oh no, she was. Udana was a ginger. My bad. But he's full on ginger. Anyway, so this episode actually was pretty good. I really liked this episode. I enjoyed a lot that happened. Again, I like the spot is here. I like that we're setting up a team of Kamen Riders once again. And is it me or does it feel kind of like Power Rangers how each one is like a different color? Like at least with Kamen with 0-1, you have like
it makes sense.
Green, and then you have mixed colors with Vulcan, mixed colors with Valkyrie, mixed colors with Jin, mixed colors with Scorpion.
Right, like with 0-1, it's like Vulcan and Valkyrie were at least they both had a completely different transformation device, and they had a completely different costume design from the main character that sets them apart as a separate thing. But here it's like they're pretty much Power Rangers, except the Purple Ranger betrayed them.
Yeah, or Super Sentai for the purists, but they don't matter. Let's get started.
Forget the purists. They're all apples and oranges.
Yeah, it's fine. You like Sentai, you like Sentai. You like Power Rangers, you like Power Rangers. But we're not talking about Power Rangers. We're here to talk about Kamen Rider. Henshin a Go-Go, baby. Anyways, so Toma is back at his store. He's trying to figure out what what is the relationship between Caliber, because Caliber in the previous episode washed both him and Rintaro, and I got his name right finally to this week. Him and Rintaro got washed by Caliber, and Kamen Rider Espada came in, which we know is Kento. Kento is Kamen Rider Espada. So he's trying to figure out what is the relationship between these two. While May is trying to figure out how to get him an extension because he hasn't written any manuscript for his newest book. Then we go to the Logos, and Ogami, or Kamen Rider Busta Sword, was like, "Hey, look, I saw Caliber. Caliber is back. What do we do?" Right? And he's like, "Well," and Sophia is like, "Okay, we gotta make a move because clearly when he comes back, he's gonna try to hit harder again. So this is what we're gonna do. We got Rintaro, go investigate this certain thing. Ogami, you go. Oh no, not Ogami. He was trying to tell Kento something. He's like, and Ogami's like, I'm going after Caliber. He's mine. He's mine, right? And Toma is trying to get Kento's attention, and Kento's like, don't worry, I'll beat him. And they're all like, hold up, whoa, what you talking about? And then we cut the black, and then we get the intro. And you can take it from here. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Rintaro and Toma go investigate while it's revealed by Ogami the reason why Kento is sulking. It's like, look, man, I know Caliber's your dad, but he's only your father. He ain't actually your daddy. And I'm like, really? Like that? Wait, that's the plot twist? That's and this is how we reveal it? Okay, well,
to be fair,
I guess I owe Toei $5 then.
To be fair, they already set this up 2 episodes ago, so I'm not all that mad. But it's like, I
mean, they set up that he's clearly someone's dad, but they kept hinting that he would be Toma's dad because of the fact that he's like, it's like, get on my way, boy. I'm here for the red one.
See, I ain't see it like that. I honestly thought, like, I'm like, okay, either it's Toma or Kento, but because we already know that Kento was the yellow Kamen Rider to begin with, because his what do you call it? His magical carpet is yellow, and they spent so much, and then we saw that he fights Caliber in the last episode. Like, you kind of have to put like 2 and 2 together. Like, okay, clearly that's his father and stuff, right? So
I mean, for me, I thought it was. I thought the angst was because of the little girl that got trapped in the book.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, clearly he knows about Toma's Vietnam flashback, but it is what it is. So, sorry. So, the NSYNC guys are dividing. They're making a new plan. They send this piranha monster to go across onto this yacht or this big ship, this party ship, or whatever the heck it's called, and it's starting to eat away on the metal, right? While that's going on, Toma finds Kento, and they do a reenactment of Huckleberry Finn. Oh, not Huckleberry Finn. Yeah, Huckleberry Finn.
No, a Tom Sawyer. It just so happens that Toma is Huckleberry Finn, and that Kento's like, nah, man, I don't want to get canceled by Twitter. We're doing the first one.
Anyway, so okay, be professional. Anyways, so he tried to get Kento to talk about his issues. What is his fascination with Caliber? And then the piranha monster attacked, and then we see Kento's new form as Kamen Rider Espada. What is the name of Rintaro's Kamen Rider? There's
he's called Blades, plural. Blades. So you don't get him confused with Blade from Kamen Rider Blade.
Got you. So
personally, I think they could have come up with other sword names like Rapier, Katar,
Katana.
Claymore.
No, because he would need a medieval weapon. He's not using a medieval weapon.
I know, but I'm just saying, there's like so many different kinds of swords could have picked out with. I feel like using blades as the word for the blue one would be really confusing because you have another blue rider with a sword named Blade from freaking 17 years ago.
We'll talk about our grievances about that probably when the show's over. But for right now, we see Espada, and Espada washes the Piranha Monster. The Piranha Monster's not dead, though. He's like, I want my one still. And then all of a sudden, while Toma's about to go save the people on that ship, Caliber pulls up and is like, your soul is mine. As they're clashing, and he tries to, I think he's trying to suck the energy out of Toma's belt, but they separate, right? And he's like, I knew it. And so then Espada shows up and he's like, Dad, why'd you betray us? Why? You betrayed the guild! You betrayed
And he's like, I'm here for the red one. Go grab Daddy another beer.
See, I was gonna be more like, Peter, like you're like a son to me. Let me be a father to you. Yeah,
I dressed up as David Hasselhoff for you. What more do you want?
No, like get out the way, Harry. Peter, listen to me. I'm like a son. Let me be a father to you. Let me see the wonder.
Oh God, we're going with the Willem Dafoe route, are we?
Yes, we're going with the Willem Dafoe. Anyway,
Godspeed, Espada.
Anyways, so essentially that's almost what happens, right? So as they're fighting, he goes for a permakill on Kento, but Kamen Rider Kamen Rider Cloud, Kamen Rider Buster pulls up. Yes, people, in case you want to know, I do think that Ogami's Kamen Rider form,
Kamen Rider Rave Master.
He looks like a mix between Guts from Berserk and Cloud from Final Fantasy VII.
Kamen Rider Zabuza.
Okay, so do you think May might be Kamen Rider Sakura?
Well, she is annoying enough.
But she's not useless. There's a difference. She may be annoying, but she's not useless.
And she doesn't have a forehead problem. Let's keep going.
After Caliber leaves, Ogami is kind of pissed. He's like, dude, didn't I tell you? Like, what did I tell you? What is your duty as a Kamen Rider? Espada walks away, right? So then, as while that's going on, what do you call it? Avalon pulls up on Caliber. This is right after Rintaro and Ney are looking at one of those lottery wheels and stuff like that, and then they get wet. I don't know what happened. I think they got wet or something. They don't really specify what really happened, right. But it is what it is. So
they're supposed to investigate the bubbles from the Wonder World or something for some reason.
Right. So yeah, that's what they were trying. That's what they were doing. And then they see Caliber, and Avalon pulls up on him and is like, "What is your fascination with the book? Why do you want the red book of all the other Rider books? Why do you want that?" And he's like, "It's not your damn business."
Avalon.
And so we then cut to Ogami talking to Espada.
Wait. But we also got the villains talking back at each other.
Oh yeah, and sync. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's like did you really think your monster would be able to handle two riders that easily? This isn't a job for a run of the mill guy. And then Zuos or whatever his name is, I think his name is.
Oh, no, we're not there yet. No,
it's right there. It's right there. It's like, but I'm no run of the mill guy. And then we cut to Ogami and Kento on a rooftop, and Ogami treats him to one of those fizzy iced coffees.
Yes, and he does a joke to make Kento laugh. Right? He does something that I know for a fact that Aruto would really love. If Aruto does exist in this universe, because I don't know how Kamen Rider's logic works. Are there different Earths? Are there multiple Earths? Or is there just one Earth and everyone in Japan is just doing their own thing? I don't know. Get back at me in like the next 8 months. Hopefully I'm caught with Kamen Rider, because you're already watching the Showa era of Kamen Riders. You can tell me what's going on in that one. Anyways, so Kento's like, I'm sorry about what happened earlier. He's like, listen, Kento. Caliber was my friend, Okay? And I know he's your father. Let's keep it 100. He ain't your daddy. But we're going to, I don't know what happened, but we're going to figure that out. We're going to figure out why he's doing what he's doing. But honestly, I do think you need to talk to Toma about this, because Toma's worried about you, because I know you two go way back, and obviously he does not know what the hell is going on and everything like that. Toma pulls up like right after Ogami's leaving, and Ogami gives him the Stone Brave book, or where it
the Storm Eagle book. It's like,
Storm
here,
Eagle.
I got this from last week's episode here, and Toma's like, oh, here, let me give you your book back. Oh, actually, that's Kento's. Why don't you give it back to him for me?
And so we see these guys talk, and clearly Kento knows exactly what happened the day Toma lost all his memory. And likely or not, because they kind of hinted on it, and I'm pretty sure they're going to capitalize on it, what happened to Toma losing his memory and his sister getting sucked into the Wonder World is because of Kento's dad. Because Kento's dad was Caliber at the end of that at the end of the flashback. So likely or not, it's his doing on why Toma's sister is missing, and Toma doesn't have no memory of him actually having a sister. So while that's going down, Piranha Monster's back, and then we see a second amazing car scene where you have both Espada and Saber on their motorcycle and on another ATV, but with a bunch of machine guns attached to it, like it's Planet Terror, and they're destroying all the Piranha Monsters. And we see that Toma uses the Storm Eagle with Brave Dragon, gets wings, and does a fire tornado. He legit final bossed them all, because I don't know, TRZ, I don't know if you've seen that one news report where there was like a legit fire tornado around. Right. I think one of the areas where the forest fires was. And my condolences to people who lost their houses. I just want to say that right now on a serious note. But look,
I'll say this. I love that they actually revealed the Caliber's face in this episode. And to all my and to all my fellow writer fans who have been watching some of the earlier seasons, yes, that's the actor who played Kaido in Kamen Rider Phi's, aka Snake Orphanok, aka Juzo from Shinkenger, aka the Japanese version of Decker from Power Ranger Samurai.
Well, I did not know all that. That's good. That's good fun fact right there.
Yeah. So yeah, like that red skull face dude from Samurai. Yeah, that's the Japanese version's actor.
Nice. Anyway, they fight the Piranha Monster, and again, Brave Dragon, Saber uses the fire tornado, but because of the fact that he's still inexperienced, makes himself dizzy. Mm-hmm. So Kento fights the Piranha Monster. And I swear to God, this looked like something out of a video game. Kento does his final attack. Slices Piranha. Piranha goes down. But apparently, Kento did Shadow Clone Jutsu because another thing comes by and slices Piranha again, and a lightning bolt hits him like it's Thor's.
It's an after image, like the secret boss from Bloodstained.
If anyone does not understand the reference we just made, follow me on twitch.tv/recklessfox. I'll be streaming tonight at the time of this recording. You'll know why.
By the way, I love a bit of comic relief while that fight's happening, where while Rintaro and Mai are like investigating, like they're looking at legally modified name for Instagram to of all these bubbles, and then the guy Buster was fighting the previous episode is just like casually walks up from behind them, and they don't even notice right away.
Yeah, and like Rintaro knows the voice. May doesn't. She thinks Rintaro was talking to her, and I don't remember what the dialogue was, but it's like, yeah, I would love to go with you. And he's like, hold on, that wasn't me. They look up and they're like, run! Because remember, Desta is a Kamen Rider killer. He kills Kamen Riders.
Yeah, but I love that classic Bulk and Skull moment where they're doing their own thing and they don't notice right away that there's like a monster right behind them.
Yeah. So, other than that, Kento destroys Piranha Monster, and him and Toma promise each other, "Hey, look, when you get your memories back, we gotta talk. There's some stuff that we need to talk about, in a friendship type of way." And these two are finally back together. They're boys, like brothers. They're happy. They're singing. They're Kamen Riders, and they high five each other. Shouts to the Wayne Brothers show. And as creepy narrator finishes the epilogue of the show, we see a brand new villain come up as Desta is preparing to fight Rentaro. And
Zeus shows up.
Yes.
And he reveals his monster form.
Yes. So one of the NSYNC boys is a monster Kamen Rider. Is it a monster or a Kamen Rider? It looks like a mix of both.
Honestly, to me, he almost looks like a Makai Knight from Garo, which is weird, but it kind of works. Actually, it'd be interesting if they actually do a crossover with Garo this season, because the actor who played Kamen Rider Decade does play Garo in one of the seasons.
See, I've never watched Garo. I've heard about it. How is it?
It is a rated M tokusatsu, but it's great. It's wonderful. Like, I love this one episode from the first season. It's great. And there was an animated version, completely original timeline, that took place during the Spanish Inquisition, and that anime was actually pretty fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie, but as a toku, it's pretty good. I even have my own fanfic.
So it's a rated M tokusatsu.
Yeah.
Okay, so you already know kids in Japan are watching it because it's rated M.
No, it's rated M even by Japanese standards.
Oh, okay, that's serious if that's the case. But all right then. But it ends with Zeus pulling up, shooting up energy blasts at Rentaro and May. They get out the way, and we get the preview on the next episode where we're being introduced to a new Kamen Rider, a green Kamen Rider. Don't know who he is yet, but we'll find out next week. And it's
definitely not that long-haired dude who hangs out at the sort of logos, because turns out that's the blacksmith.
Tetsuo, yeah. Tetsuo, there you go, Tetsuo.
Yeah, Tetsuo's cool. Just a blacksmith. He's not the green Kamen Rider. Like I was like, is that the green Kamen Rider? But no, he's not. But man, I would love to get his swords.
I just want to get Kamen Rider Buster's sword.
Yeah.
But pun intended. And I need to find someone who can make me a really nice prop where I can infuse the sword toy into the prop toy, the prop sword, so that way I can still put the book in it and the giant sword.
Yeah.
I know a guy. I might know a guy who could do that for me. But that's episode 5 of Kamen Rider Saber. I'm gonna go first real quick. There's not a lot that I can say that went wrong with it. It wasn't as good as last week's. Not really. I really liked last week's episode. I think we gave that a 10, right?
Yeah, I give it a 9.5.
There you go. But I really like the show. I really like this episode. I like the development of Kento and the development of his relationship with Ogami and Toma, because clearly Toma's like his best friend, and Ogami's essentially his uncle. And stuff like that. I like that it was honestly mainly focused on Kento, because we've had episodes where it kind of focused on Toma and so far Ogami, because remember Ogami is best dad. He's the king of dads, or where the heck he called himself.
He's the Karen Yondu.
Yeah, the Karen Yondu. There you go. And so, but he's Kamen Rider Yondu. There you go. He's Kamen Rider Yondu. But I really like the action. The action in this episode was pretty good. I think honestly, the action was was shorter. I think the only time it felt a little longer was the fight between the Spada and Caliber, and the chase scene the motorcycle one was really, really good. Overall, I like the development. I like where it's going. I give this episode 9 out of 10.
Yeah. So for me, what score did you give it just now?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Yeah, for me, it was a pretty good episode. Like, there wasn't as much action, but what action we did get, it was pretty well choreographed and stylized. But I love how they actually focus more on character development and comedy, because sometimes you do need to take a break from like the dread and the drama. Like let's be honest, like in last season, like when Arto lost his company, we kind of needed that isn't a box joke.
Yeah, or when Naruto heel turned, because Harubi killed Itsu and Jin didn't do a damn thing about it. But I digress.
Or when Fuwa was having an identity crisis, Naki made the joke, "Yeah, you're as blank as this blanket." I ought to tonight though. But yeah, I like the comic relief this episode, especially like the what is essentially a date between Rintaro and Mai, and like they had a Vulcan Skull moment. I love how Kento and Toma, like they actually do show like they have some chemistry with each other, despite Toma not having any memory of it. So it kind of demonstrates that, yeah, like they were best friends as kids, and even though there's no memory of it anymore, that chemistry is still there. I do find it ironic that Kento is Tom Sawyer and Toma's Huckleberry Finn, because honestly, I think personalities are the other way around. Yeah, I think Toma's more of the Tom Sawyer, and Kento's the more angsty Huckleberry Finn. Character development is great. I love the chemistry that we get to see more of this episode compared to previous episodes, and I love that Ogami isn't just a father anymore; he's a daddy now.
We're never gonna stop with these Yondu jokes, bro.
No, we're not. With that said, I give this episode the same score I gave last week, a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay. Overall, very good episode. Again, here's a question before we go into comments, and I'll seeing comments, but it's okay. Has there ever been a bad episode of Kamen Rider?
There have been a few. Most of them, to my memory, were in Kamen Rider Ghost, because it's more of like a waste of potential sort of thing going on. I think there were a couple of bad episodes in Kamen Rider X. Not that they were bad on their own. It's more like as the anti-penultimate episode or the penultimate episode or the final episode, it's like we need more build-up, Mm-hmm. I think episode-wise there were some bad ones, but
I mean, we talked about them in 0-1, but still.
In 0-1, like I can't think of a bad episode. There were episodes that made us angry. There were episodes that made us angry.
Okay.
But I don't know if they were really bad episodes.
Okay, I think we got like differentiate between bad and just an episode just made us angry. Because if that's the case, I was angry on a few episodes of 0-1, but did I hate the episode? No. Not at all. Like the Thouser's babyface turn made me angry, but I think I gave it a 6 out of 10. Jin's heel turn, Aruto's heel turn, and then Jin dying. Those two episodes together pissed me off because I'm like characters. I'm like, Fuwa, this is your boy. Help him out. Jin, that same energy you had about Itsu dying, you should have had the same energy when Haruhi was going to die. What the heck, bro? Those made me angry, but I hate the episode.
Oh, you know what was a really bad episode?
What's up?
The final episode of Decade.
See, I ain't watched Decade. Keep that in mind.
Okay, let me say this. Decade's final episode was so bad that the very first Hitler rant video I've ever seen, like I don't know if you remember those Hitler rants.
The Hitler rants where they like
take footage from the movie Downfall, and they add subtitles.
Hitler's mad about the 360, or Hitler's mad about.
So like my very first Hitler rant video was Hitler rants about the final episode of Decade. And I would love to recite some lines, but we're low on time because I know you have writer things to do.
Right.
But unfortunately, we don't have any comments this week. So, but to everyone who was watching this episode, thank you for watching. I know Fridays are usually busier days for you because you'd rather like do Friday stuff.
But we do
But
appreciate that you guys were here.
Yeah.
So, but next week we're going back to this was a
next week
special.
we're going back to Thursdays.
This is a
This
special week.
I hope you enjoyed our interview with Zergain.
Yeah, with Peter Rowley. Yeah.
Yeah, which you can watch on both Facebook and on YouTube.
Well, YouTube. I got posted on YouTube. Still haven't done it yet.
Oh, we got a comment of Fox Ranger.
Fox Ranger?
9. What's up, guys? Nothing.
Is that Zanaku next to the moon from let's say the moon from Soul Eater? Never mind.
Yeah, that looks like Zanaku with the three spheres.
Okay, because I'm gonna say the crest. I'm like the yellow thing. I thought that was the moon from Soul Eater for a quick second. I don't know why, but still.
No,
What's up, Fox Ranger?
But yeah, so be sure to follow, like, and subscribe to Morphin Network on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, where you could get all the latest information on projects we do, and watch some past episode reviews we've done of Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Power Rangers, the Boom Studio comics with our other members of Morphin Network. And you can watch some of our past interviews, such as Zergain from yesterday, and my partner right here has recently done Eric Myers, aka Eric from Time Force, aka freaking Virgil, aka that one guy who dies in the first episode of Revolution.
Wow. Anyways, but other than that, guys, Wild Force. Hold on, let me see what he said real quick. Wild Force Forever. Wild Force was a great season. Very underrated, but it's still a really
Never
good
give up. Never give up.
Never give up. Anyways,
Never give up.
Without that being said, guys, you can find me on if you want some more. If you want to talk to any of us, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, @Reckless_Fox, YouTube, Reckless_Fox, and find all of these game content and rage videos on Twitch.tv/RecklessFox. If you want more content, myself, Mike, and other members of Morphin Network, we do our own video game podcast every week, the Scruckle Gaming Podcast. Find us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Just type in Scruckle Gaming or the Scruckle Gaming Podcast, and we're going to be right there. And shouts to everyone who's been following us on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, and our Instagram pages. Mike, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto, where I will soon be doing the Zangetsu run for Bloodstained Ritual tonight, and hopefully it won't take me as long as it took my partner to do the Miriam run.
There are so many things I want to say to you right now, but obviously I can't because YouTube's watching us and Hasbro.
Yeah,
so,
YouTube is watching us. And you can find me on Instagram at @Chronoscorches_cosplay. And as per the last few weeks, we are doing a weekly anniversary file for the 50th anniversary of Kamen Rider. So be sure to stick around to the end of this episode, and be sure to check out our past episodes of Rider Time Podcast on YouTube and Facebook.
Till then, guys, see y'all later. Henshin a go-go, baby. Hit it!
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, a hint to what this week's file is. Let's just say you won't be able to get it with your Prime membership.
I hate you. Henshin!
Kyo no Kamen Rider wa!
Kamen Rider Amazon.
Kamen Rider Amazon first aired on October 19th, 1974 for 24 episodes.
After surviving a plane crash, an infant was adopted by an Incan tribe and was named Amazon.
Years later, the tribe was decimated by Geddon and their 10-faced deity.
Amazon inherited the mysterious Gigi armlet as its protector and was sent off to Japan.
When Geddon followed after him, Amazon befriends a boy named Masahiko and transforms into Kamen Rider Amazon.
He uses enhanced jungle strength, agility, and savagery to fight Geddon and retrieve the other armlet.
Amazon unravels the mystery of his Incan powers in preparation of an even more powerful threat.
My arm!
See you next week. Bye.
This Morphin Network video is sponsored by Ranger Stop Convention and Ranger Stop and Pop. Have you ever wanted to see all your favorite Power Rangers together in one epic convention? Go to Ranger Stop! Ranger Stop and Pop. March 5th to the 7th, 2021. Atlanta, Georgia. Ranger Stop 8. November 11th to the 14th, 2021. Orlando, Florida. Get your tickets now.